I believe Nusantara is a place where we can crack this affair. Allah has blessed you with poverty. That's why the people in the Middle East will find difficult to put this thing in practice. Because in Dubai now they think IMF is better than anybody else. And they have followed a model of development which is madness. And yet, the ulama cannot even speak. But here in Nusantara, there is, you know perfectly well, we can speak. And there is a large young population, enormous one, that renews ourselves year by year. And to them, we have to appeal. And we have to tell them, they want revolution, for God's sake, like no other generation before. They are ready. They are ready, especially in Indonesia. Revolution. The people want change. They want change. So let's be the inspiration for them. For they are trying to find models in what the kuffar do. And that's not our model. The model of the revolution is to follow Allah. The revolution is to become Islam. Not the new Islam. Islam, because there's only one. Not Islah, reformasi. No, not reformasi. No need of reformasi. Reform the world, yes. But Islam doesn't need reform. And this is what we do, and this is where we do it. Here and now. So through your deeds, through your courage, through your incremental desire to acquire more wisdom, which is nothing but taqwa, through that, you will become a model to other people. Because you will be able to lead, to do where they hesitate. You will be able to lead them forward. And you will pick up on their problems, like children pick up on sweets. The troubles of our people are our duties, not their duties, our duties. When you see your brother in trouble, hesitating, it's your obligation to do it. That is serving. And that's what we do. Serving our people and be loyal to the Muslims. Loyalty to the Muslims. For if you find yourself leaning with the kuffar, don't you think something is wrong with you? Loyalty, brotherhood. And that is the recipe that has worked and it will continue working today. Take that, move forward, and you will find yourself by your own deeds and by the gifts that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you already in that environment of wisdom and increasing wisdom. So muamalat, this is the recipe Allah has given us, has told us. You have all the means. All the means. All the means are within the reach of your hand. Allah has given you the perfect orders. The orders that will succeed. Fulfill the orders. You don't need to change the orders. You cannot make them any better. Fulfill them. And when you find fulfilling His duties, His orders to you, taking into account all the means that He has given you, and you find yourself hesitating, move forward. Move forward. Close your eyes. Gather yourself together. Put yourself in prayer. Lower your head. Ask Him for wisdom. And in His generosity, you will get it, which will be nothing but to tell you, go ahead, my darling. Go ahead. For Allah is not opening doors that they were not open in the first place, but only unveiling you. The door is the veil that you have placed yourself before your eyes. And that is the path. That's what you do. Take on to bigger deeds. When you have done this, carry on. Carry on, for there is still more. You haven't arrived anywhere. Carry on and carry on and carry on and carry on and carry on, so that you can take the taste of this, and you can benefit from this, and you can pass it on to others. And this is the big affair of today. And this is what gathered the people of before us to recite these words and to recite these songs, because they are the sweets that for us, for the person who is inactive, the person who is doing it, it's full of wisdom. But for the person who is doing nothing, is poisonous. And I will tell you why. For this, it is the Sufis, not anybody else, who say there's nothing worse than a bad Sufi. And I remember one time I said to my Shaykh, you should throw half of the people in this gathering. I was very arrogant at the beginning, because I had seen a little bit, and it's the beginning of it's jealousy, and mixed with drinking so abundantly in the beginning that it clouds your eyes. And the Sheikh looked at me and said, yeah, but aren't we here to help those people precisely? I had said to him in that conversation, I remember, I said, please don't force me to speak to them. Let me go to the street and pick up the people at random. I would rather speak with them rather than with you, Lord. I said, yes, you're probably right. But these are Muslims, and the others are not. And your duty is with them. And if I would have followed my impulse, I would have gone to these other people who I had spoken easily to, and I would have been lost. So, the illness of your brother, make it your cure. So when you find a fault in somebody else, in a Muslim, put mercy in it, for in mercy there is wisdom. And find it that your own wisdom and your own cure. For the people of this path, they have said, if you have mercy, maybe Allah can have mercy on you. And this is what gathers us together. Mercy to the Muslims, and not an inch of the kuffar, but with the Muslims, mercy. When you find a fault, have mercy, so Allah may have mercy on you. With all these elements, all this is the tariqah, rubbing the shoulders of each other, perfecting each other by the company and the gathering. And that's why we are here. And when you find wisdom, and wisdom will come to you, cool down before you call everybody a hypocrite. You have to pass through that. So you need a little bit more. You need a little bit more until you realize that it's not their fault, it's your fault. So you stop judging them, your problem is yours, like what Shalkha did to me. And then when everything is your fault, you will become ill. You will become ill because it's too much. And then the Shaykh will have to come to the second rescue. When you are sinking again, then he rescues you one again, and he said, but it's all right. The honey and the poison is all the same. But you don't arrive there in the first place. You arrive after you have gone through all those stages. Muamalat is the way. Doing what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has ordered is obligatory. It's not reasonable. Don't find reasons. It's obligatory. Do it therefore, and you will find the wisdom. You will start thinking after you've done it. You will learn how to think after you have obliged yourself to do what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has done. The reading of muamalat is easy. You need to understand, you have to have heart to read it. It's all clear, it's not hidden. Souk, dinar, caravans, kirat, it's all written clearly. All we have to do is to fulfill it. In these circumstances that they are difficult, find a way. For there is a way, always there is a way. That is our task. And if the matter finds you in weakness and you find the thing too big, don't hesitate either. For our Shaykh told us, but don't you understand? If the task is so difficult, it's so difficult today, it's because Allah has prepared an enormous reward. An enormous reward. For if you have to jump this big wall, He will give you gigantic legs, gigantic wisdom. And that's what motivates us, and that's what brings us together. All that, fulfill it. Obey Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. In all circumstances, on matters that you find easy and particularly where you find difficulty. Follow it. Encourage yourself. Gather yourself with other people who tell you go ahead, because you will find them doing it. And teach other people by your example. Don't judge them, just do it. And then you will find the path. The old path of always. For there is nothing of this that is new, but it has been always the same. And we are here only to repeat the things that we have been told. And if all this thing happens with the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you may obtain reward. And when it comes to you, you will be fulfilled. You will be full. For only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can fill you. Dunya cannot fill you. It can only make you anxious. But Allah will fill your heart. And you will find in that the peace that the people ask for, which is nothing but the closeness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Bisirri wa barakati. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Maliki yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdina siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladhina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim wa la dhalin. Amin. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun al-mursalin. Walhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin.